Right guys, what is going on? The BusterBarnes here, bringing you my match preview for Chelsea's Premier League game at home to Sheffield United. A bit of a bogey team for us last season. Sheffield actually did manage to pick up 4 points in total from their 2 games against Chelsea, so really need to look at improving against them. Even though they haven't had the best start of the season, you've got to think they are going to win the game eventually, so I predict a tough game. But in this episode I will be going through the team news, plus giving you guys my team prediction and score prediction for the game against Sheffield United as well. So if you guys do enjoy these videos, please be sure to leave a like and show your support. Also comment down below your team and score predictions as well, and be sure to subscribe for more Chelsea FC content. So team news, Christian Pulisic is still going to be out this game. Probably won't be a few weeks till we see him. Maybe not awful timing with the international break coming up. Could say the same for Havertz as well, who obviously has come down with COVID. But again, the international break providing a bit of a time for him to recover from that. Also, Sheffield United hopefully should be a game that we should be able to win without someone like Havertz and Pulisic. So fingers crossed for that. Kepa, I believe, is fit to play, but still has a bit of pain in his shoulder, but probably wouldn't have been playing anyway. Going into Sheffield United, they'll be without Ethan Ampadu, obviously, as he is on loan from us, but they still do have players like Norwood to fill in the midfield, and they have their defence as well. Like I said, maybe they'll be coming into this game with a bit of confidence because of their decent showing against us last season. But with that said, let me go into the team I think can beat Sheffield. Okay, so in goal, there's obviously only one person, Eduardo Mendy, been really good since he's played for us. I feel like I'm a broken record talking about him. Again, still jury out whether he's a great keeper. I think we're going to have to pretty much wait till halfway into the season, maybe even the whole season, to see just how really good he even is. But at the moment, looking a bit more than just a stopgap goalkeeper. He was obviously scouted by someone like Petr Cech, so you'd think would hopefully know his head around a goalkeeper, but he's definitely going to be in goal. The back line is going to be Chilwell at left back, been very consistent for us since he's played. Did get a bit of a rest as well midweek against Rennes, so you guys can also check out my review for that if you have not done so already. But he had a solid performance and did get a bit of a rest, so he'll play. Reece James had a really good performance against Rennes, and hopefully he can keep that up at right back as well. Hopefully more people getting on the end of his crosses. Abraham put one in midweek for a Reece James cross. Maybe we can see that combination again. But as well, the centre-backs are going to be Zuma and Thiago Silva. Now, I do wonder why Lampard has put Thiago Silva on the left and Zuma on the right. The one thing that I'm thinking of is that Thiago Silva probably is more comfortable on both feet, and on the left you maybe usually want a left-footed centre-back, so maybe that's why he is in fact put there. He did usually predominantly play right centre-back in his career, but you know, someone of his class, maybe it doesn't matter too much, and then Zuma can move to the right where he is on his favoured right foot. But this has been the solid defence that has really kept a lot of clean sheets for us recently, and hopefully that can continue. Kept against Rennes, against Sevilla, against Burnley as well. Maybe not the biggest of opposition, so jury's still out on that. However, you know, you've got to keep some solidity now. You've got to be playing the same defence again. We saw what happens when Lampard changed the defence all over the place last season. You know, there was just a lot of goals conceded, so hopefully we can gain some consistency, and this defence can be the forefront of our season and edging our way up the table. But going to the midfield, like I said, Havertz is out. Going to be going for a free midfield. I actually thought we might be playing a 4-2-3-1 in our game against Rennes, but we still stuck with the 4-3-3, so it looks like that's the way Lampard wants to go. And because Havertz is out, I am going to go with Jorginho in the deep role. He's going to add a bit of leadership. Yes, his mobility can be questioned against a physical Sheffield side as well. He definitely did not have the best performance against them at the end of last season when we lost 3-0. So hopefully he can improve on that. I do think the 4-3-3 will be a better formation now. I believe we tried to match Sheffield's 3 at the back last season, which us using the 3 at the back seems to work sometimes, but it never seems to work more than once if you play it in a row. So who knows, maybe it could work, but I do think sticking with the 4-3-3 is the way to go, and especially when Sheffield's maybe aren't looking as good in form. But Kante will be on the right. I thought he was very good against Rennes. Obviously he's not the best going forward, and you would rather maybe another player there, but he's still decent. He's still a world-class midfielder. He can run up and down the pitch, making tackles, making interceptions, can still dribble past a man, so he will definitely add something. Again, whilst maybe he's not going to score any goals or that, he's fine for, you know, filling in for Havertz, at least for a game like this. It does make me wonder why we did loan out both Loftus-Cheek and Barkley, though. I would have thought that maybe, you'd want a bit of depth and maybe keep one of them for this sort of situation if Mount or Havertz is out. Because if they're both out or one of them's out, you're really lacking a bit of depth there, but I'm not too sure. But I probably would have, just kept Barkley, really, because he's a decent player, and then you could put Loftus-Cheek out on loan, who didn't actually start for Fulham last game week, so that's a bit worrying. Hopefully that was just a game type situation. But yeah, Kante's going to be on the right, and Mason Mount will be on the left like he was against Rennes. Number 8 is his best position. He looked very good against Burnley. He looked decent against Rennes as well. Mainly number 8 is his best position, I think, because he can do the defensive work, and he can ping a ball across goal. He can take a long shot. I think maybe he's lacking a bit of the creativity to play a 10, and he's just not a winger. So I do think that 8 is definitely his best position, and somewhere where we can see him thrive going forward. Him and Havertz as the 8s in the future could be absolutely awesome to watch. Going into the front three, a bit of a debate about this. What's not a debate is that Ziyech will be on the right. Maybe you'd see him, Lampard, rotate a bit more with fitness and it being early in the season, but Pulisic is obviously out, so I think that means Ziyech will be starting. Hopefully he can show us some of the stuff like he did against Burnley. Was very good in that game, so hopefully he can continue that against Sheffield. Maybe a little bit more anonymous than what I was saying there against Rennes, but he's coming back from fitness. He's going to have the odd inconsistent game or two, but hopefully against Sheffield he is firing. Up front, I am going with Tammy Abraham, as he did get rested as well when he came off against Rennes. Got the goal, so hopefully he can build off that, get some consistent goal scoring stuff. I think he's going to be really important this season, Tammy Abraham. I think he's going to come in, for certain games. I think when there's injuries, he's going to come in. He's going to be very important for us. And people saying that, he's our third choice after Giroud. He's just not. Like, he's younger than Giroud. I do really like Giroud, but Abraham's definitely just above him in the pecking order, and should be, in my opinion, as well. On the left, I am going to predict Timo Werner does start. Now, I was thinking, I do want to see Callum Hudson-Odoi start. I kind of wanted to see Hudson-Odoi start against Rennes. A bit confused why he didn't. And also, against Burnley, it looked like Lampard was giving Werner a rest, but he couldn't. He was forced not to. So I'm wondering if he does want to give Werner a rest sooner. Maybe he'll give Werner a rest against Sheffield, but I'm just thinking that with maybe Havertz out and that, maybe he won't. So I'm going to predict Werner to be on the left. I don't love Werner on the left. I do think that he lacks a bit of that passing ability. I think he gets in good positions and makes good runs, but against Burnley I didn't think he was very good, even though he got the goal at the end. He was very anonymous against Rennes, even though, because the 2 goals he scored were penalties, guys, as well. I'm not convinced of Werner on the left, so I'd personally prefer to see Hudson-Odoi, even if that meant Werner went up front and Abraham maybe came off, but I don't think Abraham's going to do that because he was rested. But yeah, so a bit out. I mean, Werner could also provide, a threat coming off the bench, so I'd probably prefer seeing Hudson-Odoi, but I can totally understand us still seeing Werner, and that could just be a bit of academy bias from me. But that is going to be my team, guys. Anything else we can see, I'm not sure. Maybe we see Kante drop deep and Kovacic go in one of the 8 roles, but I think that with Azpilicueta especially not playing, it always helps to have someone with that leadership like Jorginho on the pitch as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Maybe Jorginho will get his penalties back if Werner doesn't play, but that is going to be, like I said, my predicted starting 11 for the match. Leave yours in the comments below. If I'm getting onto the score predictions, I've sort of always undersold us in the last few. I've either had us conceding a goal or I've had us not scoring as many, and I don't know if I want to go against that, because maybe me being wrong is a good thing if I undersell us and we do better. I think I've gone for 2-0s a lot in our previous games, and I'm not too sure. And also, there's a bit of the thing, or the issue of, we've kept so many clean sheets in a row. Part of me thinks, well, we're going to concede eventually. The scary thing as well is Sheffield United haven't won a game yet this season, and what scares me is I'm thinking, well, they've got to win a game eventually, and we know how good they were against us last season, so I am a little bit nervous and scared going into this match, because I just think that Chris Wilder's also still a great manager, and he does have some good tactics up his sleeve, but I am going to go for a Chelsea win. I think I'm going to go for a 2-1 win. I think Sheffield are going to make it difficult, and I think they're actually going to show a bit of improvement, but I do hope and think we'll still get the win. So I'm going to go for a 2-1 Chelsea win. Hopefully I'm wrong in the sense that it's actually a 4-0 Chelsea win or something. That'd be awesome, but I'm just going to be safe with my prediction there. Leave yours in the comments below. But that is my preview for our game against Sheffield United, guys. I will be giving my match review after that game does finish, so please be sure to stay tuned for that on my channel. Please do as well, like I said, leave a like and comment your thoughts down below. Your support is as always really appreciated, everyone, and be sure to show your support to the maximum by subscribing to the channel for Chelsea FC content, for Fantasy Premier League content, and for FIFA 21 content as well. I will be having an episode of my FIFA 21 West Ham career mode up later today for you guys also, so stay tuned for that. I hope you do all enjoy your Saturday, and I'll see you next time.